What's going on, vibers? It's your boy J.S. Vaughn. And guess what, y'all? We back with another one. Today's track is called Shadows from Shine. You know what I mean? And it's from your boy Dunn D. You know what I mean? Let's jump right into it, fam. Let's go. I ain't got the lyrics, so we're gonna vibe out a little bit. Gotta get my coffee.
Take it back to when I got in this. Nothing more than a snotty kid. All I craved was a little bit of fame. Sat listening to tapes, you could tell how much I wanted it. Before I ever had to follow, when just saw my older brother on the stage and I followed him. In our teens local scene had some dominance. I only caught a glimpse, but my vision locked on to her. Cause we started out as novices, but I could see my love for it was blossoming. So I went and became.
So we started with a novelist. I could see the love for it started blossoming. You know what I mean? Anything that you like doing. You know what I mean? You're gonna have the love for it, and you gonna that's the drive that keeps you from going further in your path or career or whatever. You know what I mean? That genuine love.
Cause we started out as novices, but I could see my love for it was blossoming. So I went and became the embodiment of this name that they gave in this moniker. Eventually I traveled around the continent, battling to turn me to a warrior. I saw some dollars in the stock.
Battling turned me to a warrior. I like that.
Eventually I traveled around the continent, battling to turn me to a warrior. I saw some dollars and I started getting sponsorship, looking at the profit, never think about the cost of it. Till I felt lost in it. I was naive and couldn't see the positives. Could hit the demons that were lurking in my subconsciousness. I hit the poison just to hide my own incompetence.
I hit the poison to hide my own incompetence. You know what I mean? He was imperfect and whatnot. It looked like he hit the drugs and whatnot, you know? To hide certain shit that he wasn't like ready to deal with. We all have these moments in time.
Demons that were lurking in my subconsciousness. I hit the poison just to hide my own incompetence. And I guess the change is obvious. I was addicted to the feeling that I got from it. Any good advice I got, I went and did the opposite. Was fucking up repeatedly, not think about the consequence. Told them all to put a sock in it. They only gave a fuck about me when I rose to prominence. Feelings were ominous from all the broken promises, when all I ever really wanted from it was acknowledgement.
This is the yo, man. All I really wanted from them was acknowledgement and shit, yo.
Feelings were ominous from all the broken promises, when all I ever really wanted from it was acknowledgement. Or was I fishing for compliments? But this shit's the only thing that ever gave me confidence. So I can look back at my accomplishments, wonder how they treat me if I just remain anonymous. Sometimes I wish I never gave into the opulence. I wish I never bothered getting caught up in the politics. I wish I never ever cared about this bollocks where I need a validation instead of staying autonomous. What a crock of shit. Why can't I just be happy with what I got from this? Looking at what I didn't do instead of what I did. That'll have you feeling robbed when you gotta win. But maybe that's just my prerogative. Maybe if I tone it down for radio and polished it, I couldn't reel it in at all. I had to be provocative. We'll scream and fuck the world until I burn in my esophagus. Reaching for the stars like astronomers in this 3-ring circus that they want from us. Pushed it to the back of my mind and built a tolerance for any time I hear my music playing through the monitors. All these shadows from shine, they damage my mind, brought out that arrogant pride from when I carried a mic. When I look back at my life in front of cameras and lights, would I be happy inside without this passion of mine?
I'm trying to get the chorus and whatnot.
Would I be happy inside without this passion of mine? All these shadows from shine, they damage my mind, brought out my arrogant pride from when I
was kind of thinking that he was talking about freaking drugs, but I feel like he's talking about like the addictive qualities that freaking just being a lyricist has and whatnot, going to touring and whatnot, being in front of the camera, being one way on the stage and being yourself when you off and whatnot, and having people like fake people around you and whatnot when you know they're not the best for you. All these types of freaking shits that are involved with being a freaking musician or in front of the camera, pretty freaking much. You know what I mean?
They damaged my mind, brought out my arrogant pride from when I carried a mic. When I look back at my life in front of of cameras and lights, would I be happy inside without this passion of mine? Yeah, I've been around, was in the thick of it and thought I had it figured out. Past the point of no return, it had me feeling down, thought I was at the end of it, but it's only the beginning now. Chasing fame had me wigging out, but there's more to it than playing to the biggest crowds. There's more to it than stacking up a big account, more to it than sniffing mouths, partying or living loud. Cause I came from a little town, and anywhere I went I did my city proud. Then you
anywhere I came from a small town, anywhere I went I made my city proud, you know what I mean? So and that's what he's like saying, like sometimes it's not even about that. It's not about being a freaking musician. It's about the parties. It's just representing for where you from and whatnot, and riding with it on that level. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what he's saying, man. I don't know. I'm just talking shit.
Cause I came from a little town, and anywhere I went I did my city proud. Then you was a beast, can you hear me growl? Hanging from my high-rise King Kong in the south. That's how the king was crowned, and for the most I was too ignorant to think about it. Just chasing the next target, me a head of powder. Fucking my priorities were focused on the drinks I'm drowning. But I'm from Hobart, I grew up in the midst of mountains. Thought I reached the peak, but the image had my vision doubted. But I couldn't see the pinnacle because the shit was clouded. Lost my footing hanging on for life, while the wind was howling. White flag at the ready like I've been surrounded. Instead of moving up, I was just sitting down. The fame tasted sweet, but with every sip it's sour. Only holding on to this rap because it gives me power. But power fed my ego, it was repetitive. Not looking at the positives, I focused on the negatives. Turned me from an optimist.
Not focusing on the positive, only on the negative, you know what I mean? You can't do that, man. You can't do that. Trust me, I know.
I fed my ego, it was repetitive. Not looking at the positives, I focused on the negatives. Turned me from an optimist, I went into a pessimist. I filled my head with jealousy and made me too competitive. Getting argumentative.
Fill my head with jealousy. And now he's talking about the bad side of shit. How he's like, yo, man, they really made me jealous. I mean, me jealous and doing things that like weren't in the pluses. They were just basically minuses and whatnot.
I'm an optimist, I went into a pessimist. I filled my head with jealousy and made me too competitive. Getting argumentative and lost my sense of etiquette. And sensitive to anything that didn't get me credited. I thought it was imperative, I chose it over everything. Was chasing mine and thought that no one else could stop me getting it. The shadows to the shine is so relative. Was it my own choice? Well, that's a definite. All the privileges I got still have me feeling tentative when I'm projecting all the energy to representative. Staying silent in a room full of elephants. It kept me up at night, that's why I blur it out with sedatives. Because we reap what we sow and then take the benefits. What ain't the fame's fault that I became my own nemesis.
You see that? And he was talking about drugs and whatnot, so yeah.
It is because we reap what we sow and then take the benefits. What ain't the fame's fault that I became my own nemesis. All these shadows from shine, they damage my mind. Brought out that arrogant pride from when I carried a mic. When I look back at my life in front of cameras and lights, would I be happy inside without this passion of mine? All these shadows from shine, they damage my mind.
And I mean, like, I'm taking a wild guess here and whatnot, cause like the videos and images of him that you see in the freaking in this video, in this video, it's music video and whatnot. It's a person that's large in stature, you know what I mean, fairly healthy and whatnot, and the person that's rapping now, if you see him and whatnot, he looked like he been through a lot, you know what I mean, throughout his life and whatnot, and it's kind of him looking back and be like, yo, man, it's been a long road type shit, you know what I mean?
All these shadows from shine, they damage my mind. Brought out my arrogant pride from when I carried a mic. When I look back at my life in front of cameras and lights, would I be happy inside without this passion of mine? All these shadows from shine, they damage my mind. Brought out that arrogant pride from when I carried a mic. When I look back at my life in front of cameras and lights, would I be happy inside without this passion of mine? All these shadows from shine, they damage my mind. Brought out my arrogant pride from when I carried a mic. When I look back at my life in front of cameras and lights, would I be happy inside without this passion of mine? After all this time, it's now I find those shadows hanging from shine. After all this time, it's now I find those
Yeah, man. Definitely one of these tracks that you gotta. He's just pouring himself out there. You know what I mean? Like he's looking inwards of all the things that he's done, did, and all the things that he's not a proud with, and some of the things that he's proud with, and he's just looking back and saying like, yo, am I really happy with all the time that I spent doing all this, and would my life be better or worse if it wasn't for this music shit? You know what I mean? Or this battle rap shit or whatever he partaking in and whatnot. But like I feel like it's good energy for people that follow him and or his fans and whatnot. Yo, it's definitely good energy. I hope you guys enjoyed this track as much as I enjoyed reacting to it. If you guys did, you already know what to do, man. Put it down there in the comment section all day long. If you guys want more tracks from your boy Dunn D or any other type of videos, do put it down there in the comment section so I get to it as soon as possible. This right here's my motherfucking thumb. I need you to take your thumbs and whatnot and throw it all the way up to the motherfucking sky. Smack that like button, show me some love and support in that way. Another way, you guys, to show me some love and support is by subscribing to the channel right down there all day long and sharing it with your friends in the same token. And that's about it. I'm going to check you guys out next time on the next video. Peace out. One love and I'm out. You already know, fam. Let's go. You know.